Hey, good afternoon, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Creating in the Waiting. Today, I would like to share with you Aniah, whose name means inspiration, and she is a 4-signature 178-page flip-flop journal that I just finished. The closure is beautiful honeydew sari silk. The cover, I printed her onto fabric. Beaded pin, and then she also has a lace bookmark, but we will get to that when we get to that. Let's go ahead and open her up. Doilies from Two Sister. That was just a little button. Sari silk ruffles. Vintage music sheet. Everything in her is authentic and true. So when I say vintage, it means that it is a legit vintage page. The Edith Holden in here as well are original pages. The Edith Holden page tabs that I have are Edith Holden page tabs, and I've made paper buttons from Edith Holden pages also. Vintage ledger that I get from Two Sister Jam. That's the lace bookmark. So this is an ephemera tag. I'm not going to pull it out, but this has a vintage playing card. It's floral, very beautiful, just some pink tickets and some lace paper. A little well-tell on sari silk at the top. Don't know why I felt the need to sing that. Beautiful vellum. So I do print onto vellum. I make custom doilies, custom images, custom printing, vintage music. Some type of fun vintage book page. Right now I'm liking to really keep these very eclectic. This is some of the vintage tape that we made. A little cluster here on a vintage music sheet, and I am absolutely in love with the punches of these when they come from a vintage spiral. I love it. Here we've been working on page strips. I actually did this one over here on my channel. So if you're looking for a tutorial on that, tune in. Go through the videos as well as these little ephemera tags. I made some shabby clusters also that we're about to get to. So I did have a longer thing put in this pocket, and I'm going to put it back, but I'm not over in that area. So a longer, I think it was a tag or a fold out writing spot. I don't remember. So this is a vintage place card. And then one of our altered playing cards, but sometimes I don't like to alter them any further than that. It's lovely vellum backed with tea stain paper, and then some of them I do. It just kind of depends on the mood that I'm in. Edith Holden full sheets. You know, I just like to fold them out. And some of this washi tape I printed on transparent label, and I cut it like a sticker, and I used it as washi tape. Okay, it's that simple. Lace paper. And then we come to the centers where it's the vintage doily or the printed doily. Now, since I'm here, what I'm going to talk about real quick is the digital kit that I'm working with, where this image came from, and I printed the image onto the doily. Where this vellum came from, because I printed the image onto the vellum. Let's see, this right here is the digital kit as well. That's Carol Cuts, and I will link it in the description box below. Absolutely beautiful digitals. And I have a hard time finding tall, skinny digitals that I feel, you know, inclined to kind of play with. And her shop is amazing. I will link her in the description box. So here I printed one of the Carol Cuts images from that kit onto the guest checks. So the guest checks aren't part of the kit, but I put them on my cardstock and I run them back through my printer, and I print the images onto them, and I just wanted to alter it even further. So follow your dreams. I thought those little girls were so cute because they look like they're just super best friends. And if you look closely, they have like little giraffe dots on their faces, and she's holding a little giraffe. Super cute. And I made these little clusters, little shabby clusters you can use as tucks. You can find the tutorial on doing that on my channel. So just go through the videos. And if you haven't taken a moment, please hit the like and subscribe button and comment so I know you're here. And find me on Facebook, because y'all know I'm going to link that in the description box below. So here is a cute, cute, cute little altered playing card. And this is wallpaper that I just made the little Well Tell, and it's altered, I don't know why I'm going to say it again, altered playing card with some really pretty sage thread sewing. And this is a fabric stamp that I printed and made. Little honeydew sari silk ruffle, super beautiful. Just pinned onto our vintage music page. And the 100-day project, I am doing collage journal cards, so you'll find a lot of that right now, made special for my journals. I'm having a lot of fun doing those. Again, some more of the custom vellum, a little side strip here. I think I actually did this one too on that same tutorial. That's the Carol Cuts digital, and I printed the Carol Cuts, I think it was actually this page, onto a digital and made that sticker like that, and so it kind of looks like washi. That's not on the page, it's like a piece of paper that I need to get out. Vintage Ledger, Edith Holden. And in my group we did Let's Make It Monday, and we did paper buttons, not this past Monday but the Monday before, and I just put my little Edith Holden buttons onto a vintage button card, and yeah, did a little altered safety pin up there. And that flips out. You can tuck something back there if you wish. Again, with the custom gas check, and I just put this image on there and just sewed, and then it has a little cute charm dangle that says hope. This little pocket here is an Edith Holden book page. And then we have another little fabric cluster with the little sari silk ruffle. Then we come here to the second signature where I have a little scrappy writing pad, sari silk ruffle, and a doily at the top. Some of the Vintage Ledger from Two Sister Jam and some stained paper. This is Edith Holden. You can always tell Edith Holden illustrations because they're beautiful. Carol Cuts digital here. This again you can do as a tuck or just leave it like that. Writing space, you can write and then still use it as a tuck. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Vintage Recipe that I got from Two Sister. Look at those page edges. Edith Holden tab, and I just did some little lace there. Some Vintage Ledger, another one of our, I love the way that one turned out. Collage journal cards backed with beautiful ledger, because we don't always have to back it with tea stain paper, but I do like to back it with something. I love the way her images came out on this vellum and the doilies. I want to say that they are some of the prettiest doilies that I have made. Look at that. Beautiful. The beads down at the bottom are beautiful. They match perfectly the sari silk. Love it. I did all of the beadwork and finished her up in my group on a live. So, and if you are curious on how I put my flip-flops together and doing the base, I just did a tutorial this morning putting the new base together. A little side strip there. So I have a little vintage vocabulary, and then I did a custom printed guest check, and then it's beautiful ledger back there. And we know we all love us some Tiny Tim Holtz little paper clips. Edith Holden. I have sewed on all the pages as well, with the exception of some of these shorter ones. I don't really necessarily, unless I want to sew on like a music sheet down the side. And then here is some of our little altered decorated glassine bag pocket paper clips. And I just put some tickets that I stamped on, and then another one of our vintage vocabulary cards. Edith Holden page tab with some cheesecloth. I love this. Edith Holden is so beautiful. And then here we come to the back. Little tag there. And then we have a scrap pad here. It's a variety of pages. And then this flips out, and we have two vellum pockets. And then one of our altered vintage flashcards with some sari silk and this lovely charm up there. It's backed with tea stain paper. Y'all, I'm using my eyelets and my big bite. I love the way this tag came out. Beautiful. And I left it with the music sheet on the back because I like the music sheet and the way that it looks. So it just really kind of depends. There's just going to be a variety of different stuff. And then you can either leave this open and flip and write and do whatever you need to do in her. And then we come here to the third signature. Another one of our collage journal cards that's backed with craft paper. And then I just tuck this recipe in as a little tuck. And sometimes I'll leave them to where they flip out and I'll just pin stuff in. And then sometimes I want to glue. Just depends. Love, love, love that punch. Some ledger, Edith Holden with an Edith Holden page tab. Some washi. So I like to put bits of washi in the journals before I bind them in. And then that's just pinned in, and it's another one of our collage journal cards with an Edith Holden page tab. And then I have the fabric ruffle up there, or not ruffle, sentiment. And then we have a vintage floral playing card and a vintage postcard. Love it. And I loved that it's about to be Easter, and this was an Easter postcard. So I was like, oh, that's like actually really perfect. So we went ahead and stuck that one in there. We have some vellum here. I love this digital kit. It's so pretty. Like, the pages are so pretty. Doily center. You can tuck something back there if you want. I just pinned this little altered playing card on there also. I love the way that one came out. It's super pretty. Ledger. A little journal card. Tucked in there. Little page strip. I made this page strip on my live yesterday and just did some finishing touches because I like to leave writing space, but I do want some embellishments. And then this is another custom guest check. Printed that image down onto the guest check, and then I put her on there with a little sari silk ruffle and one of our fabric sentiments. And this folds out. Edith Holden book page pocket. Just a little simple library card back there. I printed the Carol Cuts digital on that, and then I just put that wallpaper tab up there. Then we come back here to the fourth signature, and this is just a folded pocket, and it was one of our ephemera tags, but I had my eyelet up there and I was pulling my silk. Y'all don't act like it has not happened to y'all. And then poof, I just tore the thing and I said, you know what? It's going to be a pocket because I need one. And then I just tucked some little ephemera back here. Super cute, super simple. And then we have just a little wax seal cluster thingamabobber. And this is Edith Holden pages. And then, you know, it's just a little writing spot for you. Super fun, super easy. And that's super beautiful. I want to make some wax seals now. But I have to get my acetate out. Or something that the wax seals aren't going to stick to. And just make some of those up because, man, that's pretty. Edith Holden, and then some more of our Two Sister Jam recipes. Another one of our glassine pocket paper clips, which are so fun and highly addictive. So if you make those, be warned, you won't stop. I love that. That vellum came out so pretty. These images that I was working with this kit are... And I'm not associated with her at all. Like, I'm not on a design team or anything like that. I just give credit where credit's due, people. Little side strip there. I don't know. I'm just really going through this phase where I'm liking birds right now. And I used to be like, ooh, a bird. I don't really want a bird. Please, anything but birds. So this is from a French book. And I don't want to say French book because I can tell it was a Bible. I can tell here that it's from the book of Ephesians, but it's rag paper and it feels phenomenal. And those little pages aren't cheap. Got some washi here. Carol Cuts Digital, one of our little altered paper clips, and another altered vintage flashcard. Just did my little fabric sentiment on the front of that altar paper clip, and then I have a collage little journal card. So all of the ephemera and such, and I try to kind of keep everything really handmade as much as I can, just because that's kind of what I like doing. And my Edith Holden, I like to get them to where I can keep the full page in. I like my centers a lot of times, if I can, to be the doilies. And then we have our beautiful boho charm that I made, and then this little dangle here. I found that at Joann's. It's super beautiful, and it matched her perfectly. And I took a poll in my group on what her name was going to be, and we went with Aniah. So I love it. And very fitting. It's a beautiful name, but then, you know, the sentiment on the front was inspire. So I was like, yeah, I like the name. It matches the look of the journal, just everything. So I thought it was perfect. And this is all just vintage ephemera and some jelly prints that I just put onto one of our little scrappy doos. And you can write on it, look at it, play at it, just do anything you want with it. Just don't throw it in the trash, please. That's another cluster that can be a little tuck. And then this is beautiful ledger from 1893. You can tuck a tag or whatever you want back there. I just kind of like to fold them in, and then, yeah, if sometimes I feel like I want to put a tag, I'll do that. So this was a shorter part of the Edith Holden page, and I just glued this scrap paper down onto it. But it's crazy because back here you would think that all of that was together, but that is where the Edith Holden page cuts off. But it looks so beautiful. A little hairpin, because y'all know I like to alter hairpins and use hairpins and do all that stuff for the journals. I just feel like it's something different, something fun. And then I love the way that this one came out. Be still and know. And then we gave new life to a junk mail envelope. And I just did a little flip pocket here. And then inside of her, I just put some extra stained index cards so you can do your own index cards. But if you pull this out, you can tell the way that I like to do these. I say like to do these like I do them all the time. These are something that I struggle with. I put the image down towards the back, and then her I put towards the front. And then I just love the way that that came out, actually. But that is Aniah. Super beautiful. But I might be biased because I created her. So please hit like, subscribe, and comment. I am super thankful that you tuned in and watched the flip through. I hope that you loved her, that you were inspired to maybe create one like her, meaning a flip-flop. I will link everybody that I mentioned in the description box below. If I left anything out and you were interested, it was not on purpose. Please comment, and I will go back and edit or put it in the comments. So thank you guys so much. Create what brings you joy. Find Savage Art on Facebook. Bye for now.